Alright guys, I'm back and this is my award show 2013 video where I gave out, if you guys don't know, if you're a new subscriber or anything like that, well you won't know this. Once every year I give out awards for, I give out awards like WWE did with the Slimies, but mine are better than the Slimies. I don't like to put my own awards over, but mine are better. But like I said, mine, basically what I do is I have categories like Superstar of the Year, Match of the Year, TV Show of the Year, Movie of the Year, which we didn't do that one this year because there weren't that many good movies out this year to actually have a good category for that. Video Game of the Year, so yeah, you guys voted on Facebook with the polls I put out for, I told you you had 2 months to vote, and you guys, you know, you guys are awesome. When I tell you, when I even say to vote for something, you guys are awesome. You already just, you know, vote and stuff like that. So thank you for guys, thank you for the guys who voted on the polls I put out on the Facebook, on the PWTs, in the PWT group, which on the Facebook page, which was fantastic. I'll be doing this next year, so we're kind of doing that again next year. We're putting up polls on the Facebook page and stuff like that. So thank you for everybody who voted. So the first award is Video Game of the Year, and the nominees are. Alright, I gotta go down here. It was months ago when I put these. It was about 2 months ago I put these polls up here. Hold on a minute. Alright, okay, we'll do. Alright, we'll do TV Show of the Year. If I can find it. This poll. TV Show of the Year. Now the nominees are Walking Dead, Dexter, Arrow, MTV's The Challenge Rivals, and you guys voted for. We have a tie now. In third place we have MTV's The Challenge with no votes. In joint second place, Dexter and Arrow have joint second place. But at number 1. And the TV Show of the Year is The Walking Dead. Thank you for the people who voted for Walking Dead. You know, I love Walking Dead. It's one of my favorite TV shows. You know, it's one of my favorite TV shows. Dexter, another one of my favorite TV shows. And TV's Challenge, I'm a fan of that. I'm not so much of a fan of Arrow, but it's an okay TV show. But yeah, Arrow is the TV Show of the Year. Thank you guys who voted for that. Thank you guys who voted for the Dexter and the Arrow and the, you know, stuff like that. The next category is, I'm trying to find the stuff here. Should have. Video Game of the Year. Now the nominees for this video game, the nominees are WWE 13, The Walking Dead video game on Xbox and PS3, The Last of Us, which was a PS3 game, and and Grand Theft Auto 5. Now in fourth place, in joint fourth place, we have. In joint third place we have Walking Dead, the Walking Dead game, and WWE 13 with no votes. In second place we have The Last of Us, which is a PS3 game that got second place. And in first place with 2 votes, in first place. And the winner of Video Game of the Year with first place is Grand Theft Auto 5. That got the most votes. Thank you for everybody who voted on this poll. Thank you guys who voted on the GTA, The Last of Us, and the Walking Dead game, and the WWE. Well, you didn't vote on those 2. But yeah, GTA 5 is the Video Game of the Year. I would have to say that is probably the Video Game of the Year because it was a good game. I did like the Walking Dead game. The Last of Us game was a good game too. WWE 13, that was an okay game. It wasn't the best game this year, but it was a good game. So yeah, thank you guys who voted on that one. Now, the Oh wait a minute, I think we've got this one somewhere. Now, Superstar of the Year is next. Now, the nominees are... Now, the Superstar of the Year, now the nominees are for Superstar of the Year is... The nominees are The Shield. Now, I put these guys in because of basically they've had a great year. They've beaten up, they've triple powerbombed The Rock, The Undertaker. The Shield have had such a great. I'm just going to talk about, every. On this bit, I'm going to just talk about every guy who's, probably deserves to be Superstar. So starting off with the Shield. The Shield have beat up The Rock. They've defeated Undertaker in a 6-man tag match, which I think was awesome. They've won the first WrestleMania match. They've won the first singles championship and they've won the first championships in WWE. They've had some great feuds this year with D. Bryan, Randy Orton. They've had some great feuds with Brotherhood. They had kind of a mini feud with Undertaker, after WrestleMania. So yeah, and they've had a great year. I know they had I know that they kind of lost a bit of credibility, after before Money in the Bank, but that picked up after SummerSlam and they joined the Authority and stuff like that. So yeah, another guy who potentially could win Superstar of the Year is Bully Ray. Bully Ray has had a fantastic year in TNA, probably the best run in TNA has since he's been there. He turned, it was a babyface beginning of the year, then he turned on Hulk Hogan and Brock Hogan, and then he won his first world title from Jeff Hardy, had this feud with Jeff Hardy, then he was a leader of the X's and Eights, then he feuded with Sting for a bit, which was a bad feud, then he feuded with Sabin, then lost the belt, then currently he's feuding with Mr. Anderson in a great feud. So he's had a great year this year. Bully Ray winning his first World Championship was a good, he's been a great heel. Winning his first World Championship was something great as well. And the next nominee for Superstar of the Year is Magnus. Yes, Magnus. He's had a fantastic year this year. This all started when he turned babyface in January. He had such a great, it started off, he had a great year teaming up with, defeating the Ace and Eights members at Lockdown in the steel cage. Teamed up with Jeff Hardy and he teamed up with Jeff Hardy in one pay-per-view. Then he was in the main event Mafia to fight Ace and Eights. Then he was in the final two of the Bound for Glory series with AJ Styles. Fortunately, he lost. He defeated Sting clean. He made Sting tap out clean on pay-per-view, which is something awesome. And also, just recently, he won his first World Heavyweight Championship. And that, for me, caps off a great year for Magnus. So that's why Magnus is a contender for Superstar of the Year. The next and final superstar, next nominee is D. Bryan. D. Bryan's had a good year this year. He was part of Team Hell No beginning of the year. He had the tag titles. He had, he's had some great matches this year with guys like Cesaro. He's been feuding with the Shield this year. Him and Orton teamed up for a bit, then they had like a mini feud in summer, then that dropped off for a bit. Then after SummerSlam, D. Bryan and Orton had this fantastic feud. D. Bryan got really over with the crowd. He's won 3 WWE titles this year, which is really impressive. He's had a mini feud with Triple H and the Authority, which was pretty good. Then he's had a feud with the Wyatt family recently, and I think D. Bryan's had a great year. A great year this year. I think a fantastic year overall. He kept I think and he could potentially win the Royal Rumble. I hope he does. So in joint third place we have the Shield with no votes, and Charlotte that didn't get any votes. Bully Ray with no votes. So that means they're joint third. Second place, Magnus with 1 vote. He gets 1 vote, so Magnus is in second place. But with 3 votes, D. Bryan is your Superstar of the Year for 2 years in a row. Because last year he won Superstar of the Year in my awards last year. This year he retains his crown. Pretty good. Then we have the next category, the match of the year. When I find it, these polls are a month ago. Right, the match of the year. Now, the match of the year. You know, some of these matches, I've only put the matches in that I thought were really good this year. So yeah. So the nominees are Lesnar versus Triple H at WrestleMania 29. I thought it was a good match this year. Angle versus Rude at Bound for Glory, a good storyline going into Bound for Glory, a good feud. You know, this has been a good feud. Angle and Rude, Bound for Glory match I thought was a real good BFG match they had. Punk versus Taker at WrestleMania 29 this year. Punk versus Cena the night after the Elimination Chamber on Raw. And in joint third place, we have a lot of joint third places here, but Angle and Rude, the Angle and Rude match, and the Lesnar and Triple H match. Shocker that those two matches didn't get any votes, but they didn't get any votes. In second place, Punk versus Taker at WrestleMania 29 this year. That comes in second place, but with 2 votes. Well, with the most voted. You guys, the match of the year for this year was Punk versus Cena the night after the Elimination Chamber. I thought that was a good match. You know, Punk versus Cena has good chemistry. I thought Punk versus Taker could have won, but you know, I thought Punk and Cena, they had a good match this year on Raw. Punk and Taker, I thought that might have won. I thought Triple H versus Lesnar could have got a vote, but it didn't. But overall, yeah, I thought that could have been good. So yeah. So that's it, guys, for this award, guys. That's it for my awards. Thank you, guys, for everybody who's watched the awards. Thank you, guys, who's voted for the awards. Who's voted on the polls I put up on the Facebook page. Just thank everybody who's voted. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys like this video. I'll be back with the awards next year with some new categories. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a comment. Brag out.